Hi, hello, welcome to Traveling with Dave. I'm your host, Dave McGowan, and today we're going to talk about paperwork. We're going to talk about passports, passport cards, traveling with just your birth certificate and your license, and we're going to talk about visas, vaccination certificates, and all of that. That's what's up for today in Traveling with Dave. All right, so you're ready to go on vacation, and now you say, okay, what do I need for paperwork? I'm going to go on that Caribbean cruise of my dreams. What do I need? The cruise line says all I really need is a driver's license and a birth certificate. Is that worth traveling with, or should I do something else? Well, let me give you the answer on that right away. You need a passport. You want to get a regular passport, a passport book, not a passport card. Passport card is only good when you go to Mexico or Canada. The passport, regular passport, is what you need, and here's why. You need the regular passport because when you are traveling out of the United States, if something happens and you have to stay on the island, okay, and I'm going to give you best and worst case situation. Best case, you're having a really good time and you miss the ship. Well, now you're stuck on the island. You can't fly off the island, you can't leave, you can't do anything because you don't have a passport. All you have is your license and your birth certificate. And they won't let you back in the United States with just your license and your birth certificate. So you need a passport to travel just in case something happens. Now, it's also true if you're sick. I was on a cruise, we were in Colombia, and there was a passenger that came off the ship. He and his wife came off the ship. He went out in an ambulance and a stretcher. And if he didn't have a passport, he wouldn't be able to come home. So that's a really big thing. And yes, he would have been able to travel on that cruise with just his license and a birth certificate because it's a closed loop cruise. It's going from the same port, coming back to the same port. But it doesn't matter. He needed to have a passport in order to come home. So always have a passport if you're leaving the United States. And don't bother with the passport card. It's only useful in Mexico and Canada. That's it. And it doesn't save that much money. It's 40 or 50 bucks. It's no big deal. So always get a passport. Next thing to make sure you have is any vaccination card that you need. If you have to be vaccinated for COVID in order to go on a cruise or in order to enter a country, you need to make sure you know these things because there are some ports in the Caribbean, there are some places all over the world that you would go and you'd say, oh, I'm all set, I can just go to this place. Well, if you don't have your vaccination passport, then you may need to get a negative COVID test before you can enter the country. You may end up being quarantined, you may end up with other problems, and it's all because you don't have that card with you. So make sure you have all of that information. Make sure you have what you need. Now, the next thing that you need is you're going to need to make sure that you have any visas that you need to go to any country that you're traveling to, because without the proper visa, you may or may not be able to enter the country. If you can enter the country, you may not be able to stay anywhere near as long as you want to stay. So make sure you have all your paperwork together. Now, how do you make sure you have all the paperwork you need? Easy. Call your travel agent. Your travel agent should walk you through everything you need, should know how to get it and what to do. And the travel agent is going to tell you things like, you need to have a passport that's good for 6 months after your trip, because they want you to make sure that if anything happens and you have to stay where you are, they want to make sure that you can get back. And so they want you to have 6 months of unexpired passport when you go on any travel experience. The other thing is, and we mentioned that gentleman with the being taken off the ship in Colombia, and I have to tell you that the most important thing for that person would be travel insurance. critical to have travel insurance, because if you don't, you're paying for everything out of pocket. If he had travel insurance, then they're going to cover his transportation, his wife's transportation, his wife's hotel, everything else is all going to be covered on that travel insurance, because it's something that happened while he was on a trip. And when it comes to travel insurance, there's two ways to buy it. You can buy travel insurance that's just for that trip, and that's fine if you travel once a year. It's less expensive and it's easier. But if you travel a lot, the other thing that you can do is buy annual travel insurance that covers every trip you take. So for example, I buy annual travel insurance because I drive to Las Vegas, I drive to Disneyland, I travel several times a year. This year I have 2 cruises and an air vacation that I've got planned already, and I'll probably go somewhere else in addition to that. So you want to, if you're traveling like that, annual travel insurance is the best deal, and make sure you buy the package that is going to do the right thing for you. So once again, your travel agent can tell you what you need. Now, I know that I keep talking about travel agents. I am a travel agent. Don't have to use me. You can use any travel agent that you're comfortable with, but any good travel agent is going to get you all the information you need and be able to take care of everything you need when it comes to paperwork. So that's it. If you have any questions or if you have any comments about the paperwork that you need, please let me know in the comments. As always, if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, I'd really appreciate it. Please hit the like button on this, and that will help me get more and more people to see the videos. I really appreciate your being here, and until the next time, I'll see you on vacation.